Bill Hickey is the gifted radio television critic of The Plain Dealer. He's been covering that beat for a long time, and he joins us this morning to talk a little bit about this phenomenon of talk shows in America. Bill, it's nice to see you. Hope you had a good holiday and a good vacation.
Lovely, thank you.
Nice to have you here. When you started covering broadcasting, what were the talk shows?
Well, the old standbys, of course.
Today and Tonight, I guess.
Carson, Griffin. Donahue wasn't on the scene then. I was going to say Jack Parr, but that's not true. No, it was just the old, you know, standbys.
Why do people look at talk shows? What's the principal motivation?
I think since man first, you know, huddled around a campfire, conversation was one of the great forms of entertainment. In fact, it was up until very recently, probably until telecommunications came in. And I think people just are interested in seeing and hearing other people talk, getting to know them. And in fact, right now, it's a burgeoning business. Locally, nationally, talk shows come in on radio and television every day.
There was one of the early talk show hosts, Dave Garroway, on Today, I guess. I don't know what year that was, Bill, but that was before you came to the beat. It must have been in the...
Oh, early 50s,
early
that
50s.
would be. In fact, I remember Dave when he did a show from Chicago. Very good show. It was a variety.
It was on the radio, wasn't it? Or
no, on TV.
On TV. Then he used to have a radio thing prior to that called Garroway at Large. Wasn't that what he called?
Yeah.
But he started the Today Show.
He was
right?
the first host, I believe,
He was
wasn't
the
he?
very first.
It was the first one I remember.
Why are how popular are they ratings-wise? Are they always, generally speaking, successful?
It depends. It depends on the personality of the people involved, on the personalities of the guests. Some, if you have good guests, you get good ratings. Obviously, you're in big trouble this morning. But no, really, it's a funny thing. You know, it's the same ingredient. I think we're seeing the Griffins now wind down a bit. We have seen every guest they've ever had about 26 times. I cannot watch Carson anymore. I really can't. You know,
Well, I'm glad
Robert
to hear
Blake
somebody
and,
say that. Oh, yeah.
You know, that's the number of that. And,
Oh, yeah.
I just know it too much.
J. Fred Muggs, who was one of the big stars of early television. That must have been the 5th anniversary of the Today Show, so that would put that picture probably, what, 22 years ago? 21 or 22
Now, isn't that
years ago.
incredible?
About 19, what,
That a
57?
chimp was a big star,
Yeah.
and he really was.
What did he do on the show? I don't remember that.
He just sat there on the couch, you know, read the weather. And the
Was he
news.
there every day? Oh,
Yeah, and sometimes he
read the
raised
weather.
hell. Yeah,
Right.
really, you know,
Yeah.
chimps are funny.
They get
Sometimes
loose in the
they
studio.
just raise hell. And,
There was always good serendipity with that combination. On the local scene, what were the shows? Of course, when you came on the beat, Paige Palmer was here, wasn't she?
oh, very much so.
And had been for many years.
Right. I'm trying to think. The local talk shows. On TV, there weren't too many.
It was not really a popular format at that particular time.
Paige,
Paige
though,
made it very popular.
Paige made it very popular for a long, long time. And there she is, as she was.
Well, she really had a potpourri of a little bit of everything, you know.
And she exercised. And I remember,
Oh, she sure did.
I remember
the
her
exercise
leotards,
lady.
her leotards, and you had to lie down in front of your TV and do fanny bumps.
Oh,
Yeah.
Remember
yes.
that?
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever do that, Bill?
No, I didn't do it. But,
And then the 1 O'Clock Club with Dorothy and Bill, and there is a photograph. Unless I'm mistaken, on the left is the late Alan Sherman.
right.
Hello, Mother. Hello, Father. Here I am at Camp Granada.
Yeah, that's exactly who it looks like.
That was a good show, the 1 O'Clock Club.
It became very popular.
Yes, and you know, well, I think this station had a chance or a choice. They either spent a lot of money and fight Mike Douglas when Mike first came in. Because, you know, they were paying pretty good dough and they were getting gigs for their guests and whatnot. And, no, I like the 1 O'Clock Club.
And the people would come into town for the Mike Douglas show, and Westinghouse was putting a lot of money into that. And they would start the co-host format. They would get them a gig, as you say, at some theater someplace. They'd spend a week there, and then they'd spend their afternoons coming in to do the show with Mike. And then, of course, syndication started out of that. Well, we'll pause for just a minute. Bill Hickey's with us this morning from The Plain Dealer, and we're talking about talk shows. And we'll see some of the other important talk show stars of yesteryear, and today, too, for that matter, right after this.